Well, hello, SNHU 107 students, and welcome back to week 2 here in your SNHU 107 class. I wanted to take just a quick minute and show you where to find everything that is due for week 2, and also make sure that I centered in on how you find and use templates here in your SNHU 107 class. This week here in week 2, module 2, you'll have a very first assignment that has a template associated with it. And it's really important that you know how to open them, how to use them, and get them submitted for your success, because you will have more template assignments as you navigate through the next few weeks. Okay, so as always, how do you find week 2, module 2? Click on course menu, learning modules. When you do that, you'll see module 2. Click on module 2 and it'll open up kind of an overview of module 2. As a reminder, as you kind of scroll down, what's due for week 2 is you have a second discussion assignment. So much like in week 1, your initial post is due by Thursday or earlier as convenient for your schedule. And then you want to respond to at least 2 classmates by Sunday or before. Okay, so this week for your discussion post, you are going to be talking a lot about prioritizing your time. Okay, we're going to be thinking about time this week. So for your very first, for your post this week, your very first question is to identify what has or usually does or can interrupt your schedule. You want to talk about which of these interruptions you can prevent, which ones you can't. And then you want to talk about how these interruptions have impacted your ability to accomplish tasks successfully. And then 4, like, how can you deal with these interruptions and make a plan for your success, right? So those are the 4 questions you're answering here for week 2, module 2. Reminder, initial discussion post is due on Thursdays of the week that this is assigned, and then you want to respond to at least 2 of your classmates. Substantial, more than a few sentences, y'all, by Sunday or before, okay? The other assignment that you have this week here in your SNHU 107 class is a journal assignment, your very first journal assignment. So when you click on the journal assignment, it will actually open up an overview of the assignment by clicking on guidelines and rubrics, okay? When you do that, it's going to give you an overview and it's going to give you directions, okay? Now, you have a template for this assignment. So what does that mean? It means that if you click on this module 2 journal template, it is going to open up a Word document that looks like this, okay? Now, I do want to show you that sometimes when you very first open up Microsoft Word, you might have to click on Enable Editing to be able to type directly in the document, okay? So here is the template. What you are going to be doing is answering these questions. So your very first question, what is your preferred receptive learning style? So remember, for any of your assignments, you always want to make sure that you review the required resources and any reading that's assigned for your success, okay? You're going to be talking about your reading style, so you want to choose one of these, or maybe it's more than one. So for example, let's say that I know, for example, I am a combination of these 2. So I'm going to leave right here that I am a combination of these 2, and I will say that, I don't need the number 2. I am a combination of these 2 learning styles. And I'm going to have these 2 right here. And then how will understanding my learning style help support my success in the classroom? Well, whatever my thoughts might be, I can type them right in here, okay? Same thing as you go down. The next question, you want to identify a problem-solving technique or method you've used in a previous situation and how it might work. Question 3, how do you plan to stay organized or prioritize your study time? Question 4, list the 5 habits of successful SNHU students. I will show you where you can find that infographic. And then you want to choose 2 of the 5 habits that you think will be most helpful in prioritizing your study time here at SNHU and explain why, okay? Once you have this document completed, you actually want to save the document, and then you will upload it underneath your module 2 journal assignment area, okay? If you get stuck or you're not sure how to find how you upload it for your success so your instructor can grade it, click on the help, this little down arrow, and click on these student tutorial videos. And when you do that, you will see this assignment instructions and submission. It walks you exactly through how you can upload any of your writing assignments like that. Okay, so I'm going to make sure I pointed that out for your success. Now, the other thing I wanted to remind you is underneath module 2, when you click on module 2, you want to make sure you review the introduction because it's going to go over the objectives and the overview of the assignment. So scroll down and arrow over. Right here is where you're going to see those required resources that'll help you understand the concepts for this week and answer the questions. So it'll tell you the chapters that you're reading. It'll also give you maybe some helpful videos. There's another video in here about how to use a template. And then remember how it talked about in the journal how it wants you to list at least 2 of the habits of a successful SNHU student, like what are the 5, and then pick 2 that you're going to work on. Right here, click the blue, gets to where you want to go. It's going to open up an infographic that has all the information that you're looking for. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure that I pointed that out for you so that you don't miss it. So again, for this week for Module 2, discussion assignment and journal assignment. Your journal assignments are due by Sunday or before as convenient for your schedule. A discussion assignment, initial post due Thursday, minimum of 2 classmate responses are due by Sundays. So now you know how to find everything for week 2, where to find the templates, how to use it, and then helpful videos for your success. As always, if you get stuck, you're not sure on something, always reach out to your SNHU course instructor or your SNHU advisor. You got this.